Yo, welcome back to the podcast, guys. The No Name Podcast, where we talk about everything business, how to help you guys succeed, and highlight other people's business as they come in the show. Because sometimes we do have guests. So, my name is PJ Padua, number one co-host, and we got.
My name is Brandon Tran,
and we also have another guest right here.
And I'm Brandon Tran. Guesting again.
Let's do it. Let's have another banger podcast, guys. So I want to open up and I want to ask you, out of anything that a person needs to be successful in business and life, what is that one thing that you think people need?
Man, there's a lot, right? When you said that, really, the main word that came to mind was discipline. And but there's a number more, but let's start with that.
Yeah.
Brandon, what do you think?
Discipline's a really big one. Yeah, that's a good place to start.
Now, is it one thing? No. But it's a start because you need discipline to stick at it. Alex Hormozi brought this up, and I'm sure somebody else said it before him, but you can and will become successful if you have the discipline and stick at one thing long enough. Mm-hmm. The problem is people do not. They want instant gratification. They want instant success. And they start, they don't have the discipline to stay in one thing and do one thing. They just start jumping. Oh, man, I tried selling real estate. I wasn't good. Jumped. And that's okay, right? You can jump a little bit, but dude, I know people who just they've done 10 things in 1 year. Like, come on, you didn't give yourself time to get better. You didn't give yourself time to really hone your skills and crush it, right? What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, it's like that saying, right? You rather fear the person who has practiced one kick 1,000 times versus the guy who's practiced 1,000 different kicks one time, right?
Yeah.
So if you keep doing that one thing or that one set of things and you build it and you grow it and you make it better, that's how you build discipline. Versus if you're scatterbrain, you're just not gonna get anything done.
Yeah.
Or at least get yourself to a point where you can do that, right?
I agree.
All things, especially in the beginning when you're starting off, it sucks, right? Like I started off cold calling, sucks, hate it. I still hate it to this day, but I know that you need to do it in the beginning. You don't have to do it once you build up a book of business, right? It helps if you do, but in the beginning, when nobody knows who you are and you're out there trying to hustle and get and bring in and drum up business, and you don't have a lot of money, that's the cheapest and easiest way. It's the hardest, but it's but if you have the discipline to do it day in, day out, consistently, dude, you're successful.
Yeah, I mean, you have to build that base.
Yeah,
right? Everyone needs the base that you can stand on. Mm-hmm. Once you figure that out, then you can branch out to different things.
For sure. Well, I want to ask you guys, what are some things that you guys, implement in your life that, helps you with your discipline?
Bro, a lot. My day is structured. It's like if it's not
on
my
calendar,
it's packed. Like 4:55, my alarm goes off. I have the discipline to wake up and I get ready for the gym. 5:30, 5:40, I'm in the gym.
Right off the bat.
Discipline. It sucks. Do you get used to it? Not really. I was tired as hell today.
Yeah.
I was tired yesterday. I was tired on Sunday when I went. I was tired on Saturday. I'm tired all the time. But I know that if I don't go, my mind gets kind of lost. I wake up groggy. I'm not like when I go to the office, I'm not all there, right? So that's discipline. Then, we go in, we have our meetings. We set aside time for content. Some days I don't want to be in front of the camera. Some days I don't want to make my phone call. Some days I don't want to, there's so many things I don't want to do. But you got to be disciplined enough to know that, look, it has to get done. And there's no exception. Mm-hmm. Right? What about you, Brandon?
Yeah. I mean, you got to put the hard stuff first in the day, or the things that you don't want to do. That helps.
What are some of the hard stuff that you do first in the morning?
Man, I mean, working out is probably one of the harder things to do. I switch it off between the weeks because I do jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai at night. So the days that I'm not doing that, I'm trying to wake up early, get it done early, because otherwise by the time 3-4 o'clock rolls around, you've went to happy hour, you've had a drink, you had some nachos, then you come home, it's like, oh man,
yeah,
maybe I'll skip the gym today.
Yeah.
But if it's knocked out in the morning, you're in the office by 9 o'clock, everything's done, you've pumped out your emails, and you're cruising.
Yeah, I agree. Do you guys think that you have to be disciplined throughout the whole day? Is there a point where it stops, or what do you think?
It's up to you and what you want to accomplish. You want to accomplish more. The more the further you want to go, the more accomplishment you want to achieve, the more disciplined you have to be. Mm-hmm. If you're happy with where you are, you're happy with what you're making, then yeah, wing it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that's a question for you to decide. Mm-hmm. What it is that you want to do, what is it that you want to achieve, and from there you create a plan to get there, and your discipline will keep you on your plan. Mm-hmm. People fail. And New Year's is coming up, right? People make all these New Year's resolution, doesn't go anywhere, doesn't last more than a day or 2 days. Why? Because you lack discipline. Simple as that.
Yeah.
How do you, so let's talk about how do you build discipline?
Yeah, I was just going to get into that. So,
yeah.
What are some, for the audience, we got old Timmy here and he's saying, Brian, I'm not disciplined.
Damn it, little Timmy.
How do I build it? How does little Timmy build discipline? Because you're not, let's be honest, you're not really born with discipline.
No.
It is something that you have to build, you have to work on. So what are some tips that you guys have, for someone to get disciplined, to learn how to get disciplined?
If you want to get disciplined, it starts with why.
Yeah.
Always starts with your why. The stronger your why, the easier it is to stick to it. Mm-hmm. Okay? That's the first step. Then it's about executing a plan that you can do. Now, I understand, look, okay, little Timmy, you're a little weak. You're not strong like Big Brian over here where I can go cold turkey and stack a whole list of things and say, I'm going to do all of it. Okay, all right, I get you, little Timmy. Come on over here. Focus on one good habit that you can do.
Yeah.
Or one task, sorry. And you stick with it. After if you do it for like a month or 2 months, it becomes a habit.
Yeah.
It becomes a part of your life.
Yeah.
Boom. Now you add another one and another. And, that's personal development. Mm-hmm. So little Timmy, all my little Timmys out there, focus on one thing, make it become a habit, then add another, then add another. Mm-hmm. And then within a year or 2 years, bro, you're going to be solid. What do you think, Brandon? What you got?
Yeah,
what are the tips you got?
Man, well, something that helped for me is just write it down. Write down what you're going to do that day. Mm-hmm. And, if you see it there every single day, then it kind of been like, I look at my calendar every day. Every day I need to know I need to do this activity. If I keep doing this every day, at some point, you don't need to look at your calendar anymore. You don't need to look at your to-do list anymore because you got to knock out that thing that day. Internalize it.
Yeah, but definitely in the beginning, write it down, right?
Write it down. Look at it. Read it. Read it out loud.
Share it.
Yeah, share it. Hey, that's a big thing because,
share it.
I've done that countless of times. Like I would go on my Instagram and be like, yo, I just want to let everybody know I'm going to lose 20 pounds this month. And I don't want to at the end of the month be like, damn, I didn't do anything, so it makes me accountable because it's public.
Yeah.
It's almost like a sick TV show where I'm like, all right, I got to live it now. Reality TV,
I was like, yo, PJ, you didn't lose 20 pounds.
Yeah, I know.
Right? You don't want that. Like, nah, man.
Yeah, I mean, I feel pretty bad because I said that last month that I was going to die and I didn't do, but
Your sweater right now says cheat day every day, bro.
Yeah, I'm not wearing this one anymore. Yeah, but that brings me, let's go back. So, Brandon, you were saying the to-do list, and the reason why I asked the question before, I was saying hey, when does discipline stop? And with a to-do list, you can actually therefore stop, right? And actually have time to do whatever you want to do. Say if you like watching TV or this and that. I'm not telling people to watch TV, but if that's how you like to enjoy and relax, hey, if your to-do list is done, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just knock out what you have to do. There's a lot of times our days as entrepreneurs, some days we have gaps in our days, but we earn those gaps because if we know we want to go and have fun on a Friday, we will grind Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So that Friday we have that extra time to say, hey, we earned this couple hours off in between the day to go mess around.
Yeah.
Right. So
what do you think, Brian?
Discipline actually brings freedom.
Yeah.
And so time block it. Like you said, Friday, right? We time block it, but we make sure that everything is done. And if it's not done, you go to work on Friday.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so important. The more disciplined you are, the more freedom you have. So.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. I just want to chime in and say, anybody who wants to build discipline, I say, if you're out of shape or this and that, make a physical fitness goal.
Yeah.
That will teach you the most discipline that you've ever learned in your life, because it's one of the hardest things and one of those things that you can't see immediately at all. You have to kind of put faith in the process, and that teaches you discipline, and it really correlates to business a lot, in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
You set out a business plan or you set out a fitness goal. 1-2 days you do a little bit of tasks and nothing happens, but you just have to be disciplined and also have faith in the whole process. So
that's right. I think I like this series where we're going to drop like one valuable lesson. This one being about discipline. The other one's going to be more about mindset. The other one about grit.
yeah,
We can drop a couple
I
more.
think so too. I mean, these are just cool conversations, nothing too planned, just keeping it raw and what's on the mind,
Yeah. And so let's leave it at that. Lil Timmy, I hope this helps you.
Yeah. Timmy.
Go get it, Timmy.
Let's get
Go
this
get it.
discipline, guys.
Yeah,
Until
so-
then, hit the 5-star. Share this with somebody who needs to hear this. Drop a comment down here. And, we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Let's do it. See you guys on the next one.